Welcome back to my so-called Virgo life. This is your girl, Floetic Virgo, coming to bring to y'all another video. I know it's been a while, but hey, I'm back and better than ever. Today I'm going to do a review on Divorce in the Black. I hope y'all enjoy the content. Go grab you some water, some bud, whatever you need to get through this review because it's going to be long. Okay, with that being said, let's get to the video. I hope everybody is having a beautiful Saturday morning. It's after midnight, so whatever you want to call it, morning, evening, it's no never mind. So basically, I know I'm pretty much behind in everything, but I wanted to do a quick little review on Divorce in the Black. Now, I saw a lot of mixed reviews online about, Tyler Perry needs to get some more writers. He's saying that he's writing about people that he knows around his way, family member, friends, pretty much giving a voice to those who don't have one. Mr. Tyler Perry, that's all well and good and everything, and I understand what you're saying, but you've been writing about these particular women for years now. When are we gonna get some positive, type movies? Not like a woman struggling or in a domestic violence situation or, things of that nature. Now, I'm not gonna front. I enjoyed the movie. I didn't see why people, was giving it such a low vibrational score when it came to reviewing it, because I watched it, I watched it first, then I went and watched the reaction of a couple of YouTubers and things like that. But I didn't have no problem with it. Now, what I did have a problem with is the fact that they had a lot of references of, to me, Tina Turner, What Love Got to Do with It type, script. Because the way the guy was acting kind of reminded me of Ike Turner a little bit. I don't know whether Tyler Perry grabbed some information, not information, inspiration from What Love's Got to Do with It. But like that whole storyline, that whole movie, to me, minus it didn't really have as many I guess you could say domestic violence scenes and things like that, except for like towards the end. They hinted around to it, but that wasn't until the end. Now, at the beginning of the movie, I feel like a lot of unnecessary things had taken place. Like, if you doing a funeral for somebody, a homegoing for somebody, that's not the time or the place to point out their flaws, what they did wrong in life, and things like that. And then making it, you did it as a service for the family, but at the same time, you throwing it up in the family's face, which, led the mom, which she reminded me of Della Reese, a little bit. But yeah, you don't do that. That was kind of tasteless and tacky, which was followed through with the mom doing an even more tacky thing, which is telling the sons to grab the body out the casket. Like, when she said, get your brother, I'm thinking, okay, they about to walk out with the casket. She was like, no, take him out. Take who out? I'm not gonna front. That kind of that kind of made me giggle a little bit, because can you imagine going to somebody's funeral and you sitting in a funeral and some things take place and the mom tell somebody to take the body out the casket. Can you imagine? I ain't gonna front. I would have walked out. I would have walked out right then because I'm like, this got what? Where the cameras at? This got to be punk. Y'all punking me because it's nowhere in the world. So I'm not gonna tell the whole movie or review the whole movie just in case somebody come across this and haven't seen it yet. But the way they had the husband treating his wife, I think his name is Corey, and the way he was treating Megan Good's character in the movie, I just, I was like, so this is pretty much part two of the Mia, whatever, how you pronounce that second part, the movie he did with Kelly Rowland or whatever. That's what I gathered from, because he had her, Tyler Perry, had the character looking so weak because the way he talked to her, she trying to comfort him, he pretty much treating her like crap. And instead of her going home, like he pretty much told her to, she sat there just to get verbally abused again. And I ain't gonna front. It's only so many times that a boy, because he's not a man, it's not too many times that a little boy is going to tell me, go home and yell in my face and put his fingers in my face and all this and that. Before he come home, the door's going to be, the lock's going to be changed on the door, and his clothes going to be sitting in the carport or the garage waiting for him. No, we not doing that. Toxic masculinity was all up and through that movie. Whether it was, what people consider good masculinity or bad, all of it was toxic. Because why the daddy sticking his nose in her business? I know that's his daughter, but she grown, and I know people gonna be like, well, no matter how grown you get, your parents gonna look out for you. It's a difference between looking out for your kid and allowing them to bump their head, and you sitting up there pretty much pinpointing their flaws and their mistakes and what they did wrong in life. Because the moment that she went home, it's like, oh, he wanted a divorce and stuff like that. He go trying to hook her up, which I don't blame him. Because even as a lesbian, I know good people when I see good people. But that was not the dad's place to set up no meat in no hardware store. Now that was definitely tacky. She hadn't even got the ink hadn't dried. She hadn't gotten the divorce yet. None of that. And he already trying to pretty much, push old dude on her. You know what I'm saying? Even though they do make a, you know what I'm saying? They make a little cute couple or whatnot. I'll do some things to Megan. But anyway. But, it's just like, that whole scene just was cringe. The way the guy was trying to like, oh yeah, it should have been me, you should have married because you wouldn't be going through this. True enough, even if it was, but that's not your place, sir. Don't say that. So we go fast forward to, he pretty much, just like I said, he asked for the divorce, made a whole scene in the restaurant. She went home back to her parents to get her life together. And by the time she get home, she in good spirits. She in her little zone, you know what I'm saying? And now this dude acting crazy. Crazy for what? I don't know. But it's like, how people like to throw rocks and hide their hands? They sitting in the doggone thing getting, she's like, okay, where the divorce papers? Where do I sign? The lawyer is steady trying to like, oh, you don't want to read over? She was like, oh, I already read over it. Unless something to change, y'all need to let me know, whatever, woo, woo. I don't give a fuck. Tell me where to sign. She signed them papers so fast, and this dude gonna sit up there and have the audacity. You see how fast she signed them papers? Dude, you asked for the divorce. You asked for the divorce. So, I'm sorry if like R. Kelly saying, I don't care, what y'all say, R. Kelly made some good music. R. Kelly say when a woman fed up, there ain't nothing you can do about it. You treated this lady like she was less than dirt. And you don't think she wasn't gonna sign them papers, especially you done allowed her to get her life together. You allowed her time to think and realize that you ain't shit. Oh yeah, she signed them papers. And her friend, I ain't gonna front, I can't leave her friend out. Her friend is like my friend. Her friend was like, yeah, even though she was telling her a lot of truths and stuff like that, her friend rolled for her. She was like, yeah, I'm here for you. When you ready, I'm here. For whatever. She was down for whatever. Her friend was down for whatever. And that's my friend. We've been friends. Me and my friend been friends since 2011. And that doggone girl, no matter what I go through, no matter how many toxic people that I talk to as far as friends, relationship, or family, friends, or relationships, she's like, I know you gotta bump your head, but Anyway, back to the movie. So, the friend threw her a divorce party. Of course, old dude from the hardware stores popped up. And I'm just gonna say this. It just was one of those moments where you could tell early on what was gonna pop out later. Everybody drinking. The friend that got Megan Good character high because she gave her some gummies to relax or whatever. And man, let me tell you something. He made sure she got home safe. And you know what I'm saying, she made sure that he was nicely fed. I'll put it like that. You gotta go watch it for yourself. But then the next morning, her ex had the audacity to be in the house eating cereal. I don't know whether he was eating it with a fork or what he was eating it with, but he was stabbing the hell out the cereals like it was salad. Like, who eats cereal so aggressively? Talking about, yeah, I forgive you, I'm coming back home. Come back where? And how you got in my house? I changed the lock. Oh, ain't no lock's gonna leave me out. Wait, what? See, he would have got a bullet to the head then. But she spared him, of course, and he went upstairs like the coward he is, wanted to sit up there and sneak over dude while he was asleep in Megan character's bed. You know what I'm saying? You could tell it was good because that nigga was knocked out. So, of course, they get into a little tussling match. Megan Good character pretty much lost it. She kind of blacked out, dragging his ass out the house and stuff like that. Of course, old dude helped her put him in the truck and stuff. And it just was downhill from there. Everything that could possibly happen, negatively, toxic-wise, to Megan Good character and her new boo, that dude, Corey's character and his family, made their life hell. And then wanted to sit up there and make it seem like they wasn't doing nothing. Because how can one person be in so many places at one time? You killing animals, you know what I'm saying? You at the store harassing her mom and stuff like that. Like, what is going on? All of this because you think that she was cheating the whole entire marriage, when in fact it was the guilt that was eating your ass up because you was treating her like shit. And then she finally folded and was like, okay, you know what? You don't want to be with me? Fine. Here go these papers. Now all of a sudden you and your feelings thinking, you know what I'm saying, she been cheating the whole time with old dude. And old dude was tall, cock diesel, like he built like Van Diesel or something. Not The Rock, because Rock on steroids. But Van Diesel, cock diesel, just, you know what I'm saying, just stocky. But throughout that whole movie, he pretty much was making her life miserable. She conjured up a plan to make sure that she was able to get out of the situation without having to be charged with any type of I guess you could say murder, attempted murder, premeditated murder, whatever you want to call it, because she listened to the detective or whatever. So to me, this movie was like, if J Lo's enough and Angela Bassett, what love got to do with it, met, I don't know what other movie to compare it to, but those two movies, I kind of saw like the little inspiration in the storyline and stuff. Because that dude, how you tell me you don't want me, you don't want me, but yet you doing all this stuff, talking about, oh yeah, I forgive you, I'm coming back home. Nah, dude, stay where you at. Go to your mom's house in the little trailer park where y'all got all y'all family members, dug up in the front yard, backyard, side yard, whatever the hell. Yeah, go back to her. I no longer want you. I got a man that knows how to treat me. So yeah, you good. And then you gonna allow your family, or rather you and your family, put your hands on my daddy? On daddy? Oh yeah, once she saw her daddy in that hospital, it was over. I saw that look in her eyes, and before any and everybody could turn around, she was gone with the wind. And all I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say how it ended, but all I'm gonna say is the way that this movie ended made me smile so bright, because it was the perfect ending for a narcissist. Because I don't think people realize that a narcissist, female or male, they will sit up there and have you feeling like you in the wrong, when all reality, they've been treating you like crap the whole time. Now you need to figure out, now you pretty much left lost and confused. Like, well, damn, what did I do? Was it something that I did? Was it something I didn't do? Whatever, woo, woo. And I'm so happy that Megan, towards the end of everything, got herself back. She found herself. Because don't nobody deserve to be that lost in narcissistic manipulation. And I know a lot of people like, oh, people always throwing the word narcissist around. If you look up the definition of what it is, that character, Corey's character, was all of that. Because not only did this dude have an alcohol problem, but his alcohol problem came with abusive problems of all kinds. Because I don't know if y'all realize there are different types of abuse, and I'm gonna do a podcast about that later. But yeah, that dude pretty much broke that lady, and he thought that she was gonna forever and always be broken. And I'm just so happy that she had a strong parental foundation. Her mom, made her apology. She didn't say I apologize, but if you, or I apologize, but like, nah, she apologized. She was like, I wasn't there for you, I apologize. And I wish a lot more parents would take accountability for producing the children that they produce, especially if their children are pieces of shit. Just apologize. Cut and dry. Apologize and just say, I'm sorry. It wasn't my intentions for things to go the way that it went. I know I neglected you. I know I could have been better. Take accountability. It don't take much. Take accountability. And then the more that you take accountability, the more you could pretty much fix whatever relationship that you and your kids pretty much have or don't have. Because I'm not going to front. I was fortunate enough to have two sets of parental figures, but neither one of those two was good examples of what a parent should be at all. You know, the one that I was raised around, she did the best she could, but she had a lot of, I could tell she had a lot of trauma that she was dealing with. And in retrospect, it pretty much rubbed off on me. So once I had my daughter, I had to make sure that I gave her all the love, communication, all that I did not receive growing up. So the way that I wanted to be loved, I loved my daughter. And that's why, at her ripe age of 28, as she loved to remind me, uh, that's why we had the relationship that we have. But yeah, Divorce in the Black definitely have a lot of lessons in it if people would pay attention to the script and not the person who wrote it. It's a lot of lessons to be learned from that story. One is don't lose yourself in no man or woman. Two is don't allow your family to dictate how you treat your husband or your wife. If you have a good husband and wife, don't push their hand to the point to where they don't mind losing you to find themselves or to keep themselves sane and then want to sit up there and cry wolf. No. Take accountability. If you don't want to lose a good thing, do what you're supposed to do to keep them. Because I can honestly say, out of all the relationships that I done had, none of them was worth saving. Like, none of them was one of those type of things where I'm like, oh, I'm about to go to the ends of the earth and drown myself in the deepest, darkest current and just, whatever happens, happen. I had only one relationship that might have ended that way, but thank God. When I tell you God's covering over me is the thickest blanket ever, child, God might have let that thing hurt, but it didn't hurt for long. Because once she decided to do what she decided to do and she was gone or whatever, yeah, I realized to myself, about myself, I was like, you know what? She might have did that. She did that. Okay, cool. But at the same time, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, she could never come back. She can never come back as a friend. I thank you, Jesus. I thank you, God, for letting this thing hurt to the point to where I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm done. She might have, made things end the way that they ended, but I am good in so many ways. But yeah, I am so happy that Megan made it out of that thing. She might have was hurt and things probably was confusing and things like that, but ain't nothing like God's protection when you coming out of a situation that is as toxic as the one she got out of. But anyway, I'm not going to continue rambling on. That is my review of Divorce in the Black. If you like my review, the way that I know y'all probably will, even though I'm very long-winded because I'm not talking in front of people. I'm going to work on that next. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this review, please give me a like, a follow, a subscribe, comment down below, all that great shit, I'm new to this, not true to this. I'm here for a first time, not for a long time. But yeah, I hope everybody is having a great time. Enjoy y'all weekend. Please be safe. And let's get ready for these elections. Don't get distracted by the imbecile rantings of Cheeto 45. We gonna come out on top, right? Right. Vote Kamala Harris. Blue, 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 all the way. Anyway, peace, love, and blessings. Pray before y'all lay. I love y'all. Good night and good morning.